everybody, these are notes from the 8th grade Common Core Chapter 8, Finding Volume. In this video, we're going to find the volume of cylinders, spheres, and cones. Please make sure you have your calculator readily available, and the same rules apply as in other videos where you're going to need to start and stop and make sure this is handy. So, the formula for volume of a cylinder is volume equals a big base times height. That big base represents the area of the base of the cylinder. The base of all cylinders are circles. So this part right here, pi r squared, is area of a circle. So when finding the volume of a cylinder, you're going to multiply pi r squared, the area of the base, which is a circle, times the height. For a sphere, all right, you're going to find the volume of a sphere. Volume equals 4/3 times pi times r cubed. Volume of a cone is volume equals 1/3 big B times h. A big B is the area of the base, and the shape of a base of a cone is a circle. So pi r squared is the area of a circle. So 1/3 times pi r squared times height. In examples 1 through 4, you'll be given dimensions and you'll be asked to go ahead and find volume. And then in our last example, you'll be asked to go ahead and find a height or a radius because they gave you volume. So make sure you need to know these formulas. They are part of the standards. In example 1, find the volume. Well, this is a cylinder. So the first thing I'm going to do is write my formula for cylinder volume. Okay. I have a big B. Right? When I do a big B, that is area of the base. So I need to make sure that I'm writing down, how do I find the area of a base of a circle? Well, area of a circle is pi r squared. So that's 3.14 times 3 squared times the height, which is 12. This part right here is pi r squared. They gave me 6, which is the diameter that goes all the way across. So the radius is 3. So because half of 6 is 3. So now I'm going to type my calculator, 3.14 times 3 times 3 times 12. And I'm going to get an answer of, I'm going to check to make sure, 339.12 meters cubed. So formula, substitute, solve. Each one of your volume formulas should be in 3 steps. Number 2, I'm going to write my formula. Volume is 1/3 big B times h. Be very careful that you're using a big B, not a small b, because a big B means area of the base. A little b means a base length. So now I'm going to plug in what I know. 1/3. The big B is pi r squared, and then the height is 13. Now, in this case, they gave me the radius, so I'm squaring radius. In this case, they gave me the denominator, so I divide it by half and then square it. This part right here is area of a circle, which is what I boxed out there. So now I'm going to take out my calculator. Now you have 2 options here. You can go ahead and use your fraction key to do 1/3 times 3.14 times 10 times 10 times 13, or you can do 3.14 times 10 times 10 times 13, hit equal and divide by 3. You're going to get the same answer. So I'm going to do 3.14 times 10 times 10 times 13. I hit equal, I divided by 3, and I went ahead and I got 1,360.66666. And so I'm going to say that I'm going to round it. And so I use my estimation and I say 1360.7 inches cubed. All right. As you notice, I went to the tenths. Just pay attention to the directions. Sometimes they want whole number. So formula, substitute, solve. Formula, substitute, solve. I boxed out what the big B represented in the cone, which is area of a triangle. I boxed out what the big B represented in the cylinder, which is also area of a triangle. All right, number 3 is down here, so I'm going to move my screen like this. Now, volume of a sphere. Volume equals 4/3 times pi r cubed. So now, Number 2, volume is 4/3 times 3.14 times, they gave me 16. So my radius is 8. Half of 16 is 8. Okay. So I'm going to type this in. There's a fraction, 4/3. I can go ahead and use my fraction button, 4/3, or I can multiply 4 times 3.14 times 8 times 8 times 8, hit equal and divide by 3. You're going to get the same answer. So 4 times 3.14 times 8 times 8 times 8, hit equal, divide by 3, volume equals 2143 point about 6. All right, it's about, I have an answer of yards, because that's what my units are, yards cubed. As you notice, each volume has cubic units. I've used my calculator, formula, substitute, solve. When I have a fraction, I can use my fraction button, or I can multiply the numerator, hit equal, and divide by the denominator. Number 4 example is a little different. They gave you volume and they're looking for height. We're gonna set it up the same way. Number 1, formula. Volume equals 1/3 big base times height. Now, what did they give you? 956 is the volume. The big base, 3.14 times 9 squared times height. Let me move in on that so you can see that. Okay, 956 equals 1/3 times 3.14 times 9 squared times height. So now I'm going to go ahead and have to do some math, and I'm going to have to figure out, I still have 956. I have 3.14 times 9 times 9. I'm going to hit equal. I'm going to divide by 3, and I get 84.78 times height. I need to divide both sides by height, or by 84.78. Okay. And I'm going to type in 956 divided by 84.78. And I am going to get an answer. That's like 11. So my height is about 11.3 feet. Now, I don't use feet squared, I just used feet. All right, let me check the answer on this one. I want to make sure I did it the same. That's pi r squared times height, and I did 3.14 times 9 times 9. Oh, that's where I made my mistake. Oh, no, I didn't. Divide by 3. Yep, okay. Here, I multiplied 1 times 3.14 times 9 squared. I got 84.78. I divided both sides by 84.78 to isolate the variable. So, you need to know these 3 formulas. Okay? You need to be writing volume, the formula, plug in what you know, and answer. The answers to volumes should be in cubic units. When you are being asked to find height or radius, it should not be in cubic units. All right, email me any questions that you have. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.